So we have arrived at the first matchup of the day here for the DreamHack Masters Spring 2020. It's going to feature Fnatic and, lo and behold, the Mad Lions that could. Mad Lads at that, especially when they go to take on Fnatic, who seem to be a little bit mad of their own. Not seeking vengeance so much, but a knife at every corner of the game. You've always got to be aware of it. You always got to be just ready for when Flusher or JW are sneaking up, creeping up right behind you with the knife out. But for us, and by us, I do mean Christine, I do mean Matchy, we're ready to talk a little bit of counter. We're ready to talk about the Fnatic Mad Lions game on hand. Let's start this conversation around these dates. Let's talk about Mad Lions.
All right, well, you say it's not a revenge match. Actually, it kind of is, because the last time these two teams met, Mad Lions got the better of Fnatic. That was over last spring. They won 16-10 on Mirage, on the back of a magnificent B side specifically, and we had Bubsky flying high at 34 kills. 34 kills in regulations. He completely destroyed them. So, you know, it's going to be on him to do a similar performance, and I'm not exactly sure that can happen.
Yeah, Bubsky, he has gotten a little bit more quiet here in these last few weeks as Lions kind of turned the ship. We have to remember that first week when Mad Lions was here, they looked rusty. They didn't look like the dominant Mad Lions that we saw at Flashpoint in the grand finals versus MIBR. So certainly Lions, they've turned the ship around. They've made those strides to make improvements, get out of the funk of the rust, and they're showing up. But Bubsky, he has been a little bit more quiet, but you know, he's shifting his identity just slightly. He was that aggressive whole W religion type of guy, and now we're seeing him throw in a lot of variety, a lot of depth into his play. He's starting to lurk around a little bit more across the map, so he's not quite as aggressive as he used to be, and that might play a little bit of a role in his stats.
And Christine, you say the words rust, and I just got to say that the new update, it's okay. It's not that bad. You should go give it a try,
okay.
but not right now.
Rust.
From time to time, but no, I do a little bit of base rating in my day, not of any success, but you know who has success is A-Core. This is a guy that's found success. We actually had that opportunity to talk to him the other day when he came on to talk to us on the show, and we're kind of putting a pound for pound comparison with Device. How about that for a conversation, Maniac?
Whoa, okay. I think we should slow down our horses just a little bit. A-Core and Device. Fair enough. A-Core has been doing great with the lineup, and when Mad Lions started to make waves, I think he was the #1 player that we had in mind. To me, he was a huge surprise. His clutching abilities, mechanical skills, how he was playing with the AWP, that was fantastic. But I do believe that under pressure, he might be prone to cracking just a little bit. I think it gets to him sometimes. When the stakes get really high, then he has tendency to disappear a little bit or not to take this responsibility. But I mean, you know, he's still quite young in his top level career. So there's some great flashes, definitely, but I'm still waiting for that Device consistency. That's not a name that we can just throw around like this. I mean,
it's not. It's weird. It's like when Harry said that Zipex Obo is the NA Zipex. I'm sitting here.
Yeah, that was the same thing. We shouldn't do that.
That's so deep, Harry Russell. How have you possibly manufactured this in your brain? Well, one thing that I could talk about, though, or rather hear from, would be the Mad Lions, who have plenty to say going into this game.
First match was Mirage against Spirit, and we had a pretty good idea of how they were going to play, but they have a really aggressive play style. It feels like they really like to take gambles and just rush random stuff. So, I mean, they caught us off guard a few times, and it made it a bit hard to close out the game, but luckily in the end we managed to shut it down. So overall it was a pretty good map for us.
They might be ready for... He's only going to be able to put up one. The Glock's overwhelming him. Checked eventually. Astillion goes down. Sundai Young holding it down from Cat, and Magic just barreling in through the market.
We actually didn't expect Spirit to pick Nuke, but I mean, we are also really comfortable on Nuke. So I mean, we ended up having a really good CT side. We had a pretty good idea of how they were going to play and what to do, and I think we adapted really well in this game because they had some success on hitting inside, and we adapted pretty good to that. I mean, we took it in the end, so I'm really happy with this win. Really happy.
Earlier on in this first half of play, the Team Spirit now well and truly back into the swing of things. And this is where Roy looks to make a bit of a return to his aggressive streak outside. Looking for a bit more, and somehow still standing tall, rather. That's the third for Roy. Astillion has fallen all the way back. He does get bested, but there's the repeat.
We beat Fnatic last time we played them, but it was only a best of 1, so I mean, I think it's definitely going to be harder to take them down when we are facing them here in a best of 3, but I think the big game changer could be maybe the veto. I think they have not the best veto for us, so I think it's going to be a really fun match. I definitely think it's going to be going 3 maps. We have a pretty good idea of how they're playing, and we have actually practiced them a lot in the past months as well, so I mean, I think Fnatic needs to be ready for us because this tournament is really important for us. I mean, we're going to give everything we have to take this one.
So you want Fnatic to be ready for you, which is a scary sentiment to leave us with. Moreover, if you want to consider yourself, within this game and within being the underdog or the underlion, I should say, you might even become the mauled lions if you lose it. Now, we take a look at Fnatic. This side has some punch to pack, and moreover, they have. We've even seen Brolin get involved in the antics and get involved in some of the craziness that we've seen coming out of the Fnatic camp. Christine, let's talk about your take on where Fnatic is currently.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. Brolin, even, he's starting to show that Fnatic flair, getting involved in those knife kills. So, I mean, certainly, this is a much more confident-looking Fnatic, especially yesterday, versus that first week that we saw them coming out at DreamHack Masters. I mean, they look, dare I say, rusty. Once again, this is type Fnatic looking very much like Na'Vi, kind of struggling with that transition to this online play. But they've all kind of banded together and they've decided to take on that boot camp, and you can absolutely see it pay off because this Fnatic yesterday, they showed up in absolute strides. They were looking confident. JW, same storyline with Kenny S. He was at the bottom of the scoreboard, but still, Fnatic, they looked good.
Yeah, and Maniac, I want to look at this Fnatic lineup, and we could talk about these guys till we're blue in the face. And for some years, we've been talking about Flusha, JW, Crims, and now even Golden, Brolin starting to, get past that year's mark. I think we have a team right here, but it's a team that often finds themselves stumbling on themselves.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I do believe that the shift from offline to online Counter-Strike probably hit them harder than it did Mad Lions. Because as you say, these people, they've been around for years now. Most of them have played on the biggest stage. They've won the craziest trophies, and it might be a bit harder to actually focus yourself and give that 150% when you move on to online CS. So I do believe that moving into bootcamp, as we heard from Brolin in the interview, that really made a change for them. I think it helped them getting the right mindset. It helped them, again, thinking like competitors, thinking like winners. Because let's remember, Fnatic, they're in the top 3 in Counter-Strike ranking right now. They are one of the 3 best teams in the world. But when you're sitting at home and you're playing online, you might have to think, oh man, we got to play. All right, okay, let's do this. But it's not the case anymore. Now they're online, they're activated, they're in the boot camp, and we're going to see a different Fnatic.
Yeah, we're going to see a different Fnatic. Will we hear a different Fnatic? We started with Brolin the other day. Perhaps they can continue to impress us right here, right now.
Our win versus Complex on Train, that we had a good run on the T side, that we played quite comfortable. I think we were pretty confident on that T side.
Gamble towards that B bomb site. Brolin going to double back, and he'll spot everything. He'll uncover the terrible trues and doing damage, finding config low, dropping the bomb with the AWP. This might be another eco win for Fnatic after all.
Taking a kill onto JW. Obo's doubled up, but he does get traded. Brolin is making this round feel possible. Brolin and Golden, the 2 players left in the hot spot now.
Or Nuke is, I think it's kind of okay if I say so. It's not comfortable so much, but I think we're pretty stable on that map. But I think it was just our communication that were bad on the CT sides, and I think our CT sides on Nuke haven't been that good lately.
He's jumped. Oh no! For the knife, but he does get this out.
Or Mirage, we have been fixing a bit of city side. We have changed a lot. It felt it was our first official with it, and it felt quite good and quite comfortable. And we're all very good in middle part. So yeah, our city side were very good, and as T side we lost the pistol with the bomb. So we like to force up with the Galils, and we won that round. And after that we got some rounds, and then we won the game. So.
Get out of Palace, he's put York down low, he'll finish their job, and they might just finish the map. 2 players left in the wings here. Brave giving it a go, good damage, but it's a trade immediately from Flusha, and with 2 low HP players.
All the way back in CT. Now there's a timing where Rush can find this 1v1, but he's none the wiser.
No.
Oh dear!
We're gonna prepare for Mad Lions, that we're always gonna prepare as any team, but we knew that they are very good individual players. They like to take much duels, so I think we need to just be ready and be confident with our aim duels, and trying to meet them and not try to do not comfortable, I guess, in the playstyles. So yeah, that's one thing.
You ever just woke up and had that feeling that, you're gonna play a team today and you're gonna absolutely devastate them? And on what maps are we gonna do it on, though? We kind of have that luxury because we are Fnatic. I've never woke up like that, but perhaps Fnatic and JW did today as we look at what the vetoes are. We're talking about YW, not JW. They don't use J's over there. So let's talk about the maps, at least what to expect or what it's going to be. And I know that there's going to be some curveballs here. So Maniac, let's see it.
Okay, so here we have it. A ban from Dust 2, Mad Lions, ban from Vertigo. I would have wanted Fnatic to remove Vertigo. Mad Lions go for Nuke. Obviously, that was my point. Fnatic should have or could have flowed the Vertigo to remove Nuke. That would have been the pick for Mad Lions. Train for Fnatic makes sense. And Mirage. Mirage at the third map is like the epitome of both of these teams matchup. They both are very good on Mirage. That's going to be a banger of a third map if we get there. But I don't know who this veto favors. Maybe Mad Lions just a tad?
I gotta say, I do think that this favors Mad Lions just slightly, which is strange because Roy mentioned that in the veto, this might be challenging for themselves. But we have to remember Fnatic yesterday versus Complexity, Nuke was the map that they struggled the most on. So I think this is a nice punish pick coming out of Lions for that Nuke, but also this is a comfort pick for Mad Lions as well.
Yeah, and it's strange enough, we do have our maps, and if I look at it, you guys are probably right. I mean, that's why you're brought here. You're analysts, you're experts. You are the ones that master your craft in your field, and I respect that opinion. I respect, moreover, the detail and attention to detail that you give to things such as the map veto that I think are kind of going away in a fashion of being a prominence, where we just kind of, we unveil it and look at this, and this is what it is. I think it's more so that we have so many best of threes now that this is just the best of three that we're given Maniac.
I agree with you. I think the video specifically in BO3s tell a story that is so interesting. Like you can actually get access to the leaders in the mind. How do they approach the video? Are they going to punish someone? Do they go for the comfort zone? Where is the trump card that they are going to use? So yeah, I agree with you. I think the video in the best of three is very interesting. Whereas in BO1, I would just throw it to the curb and just try to have the map straight up. But BO3 is very cool.
Yeah. And for the love of Christmas, we're going to leave Trump out of this one. So let's talk a little bit about what you can do in Twitch chat. Speaking of votes, let's go ahead and get you to do that. Head over there to Twitch chat, hashtag Fnatic, hashtag Mad Lions. Oh, I'm looking the wrong way. Hashtag Mad Lions, hashtag Fnatic. And we're going to be ready to jump into this game when we come back. One best of three right here in one of these teams. Well, they're going to have to fight for a lifeline in the lower brackets of the DreamHack Master Spring 2020. BRB, y'all. The dog days of the DreamHack Master Spring 2020. Look at him go. He's all dressed up, ready to roll. And by dressed up, I mean he's got a headset on. Timo, can you hear us, buddy? Reporting in live. Look at him. He is so bewildered and so terrified right now. But I'm sure that he's not the only one. Mad Lions also probably scared to death. And that's because Fnatic sit on the other side of the server in this best of three. We know our maps. It's going to be Nuke, Train, Mirage. We also know that we asked you to participate in a Twitch poll. Now, what Timo's I guess prediction would have been is up in the air. We don't really know. Perhaps our resident Timo whisperer, which is Christine, could tell us, but we could actually go down to her right now. Christine, I'm not sure that you can hear me, but
I can hear you.
Who does he go for? Who is Timo pulling for in this one?
Timo's going for Fnatic.
And you know, Timo might be right. And why might he be right, Maniac?
Listen, he's right because he shared the same opinion as I do. I think that's all the justification you need. I was going to go for Fnatic too. 1+1, you know?
Yeah, 1+1 does equal 2 or 3 sometimes, just depending on how you stretch it. Either way, yeah, Fnatic being the heavy favorite in this one. I don't think anyone can refute that. Even Timo, look at him back there. Yeah.
How am I supposed to remain serious when I see this beautiful doggy?
Why do we even need to remain serious? Twitch vote, they know what's going on. Let's just take a look at those numbers. They didn't get to vote on Timo because I guarantee you they would have. Fnatic is what they voted on. And we continue to watch a little bit of what's going on in Christine's entire life. Now for us, we also get to watch a matchup. The doggo has to go away, and so do we. I'm going to have to cut you guys off right here and start to introduce our commentators so we can jump into the game. Thank you, Timo. Thank you, Christine. And, of course, thank you, Matthew, for one of the best death segments I've ever been a part of away, right off the top. Let's go ahead and bring in those commentators. We've got Harry and Hugo. They are sitting ready. And, of course, Harry representing that of Sweden. I do want to know, I do have to ask, how long have you been working with the effects?
Not long at all, Trace. It was very easy. I already had the flag set up. I had a rolling slideshow of Fnatic on hand. So it was pretty much just taking things I already had, Hang on, I'll lean over here. I'll grab this as well. This is like an honorary mention to the Fnatic boys. You know, they love a knife, right? So I want to pull this out. I'm really bringing my A game today.
You are certainly doing that. But Hugo, a man of such eloquent and point words. Hugo, what are we looking at? Mad Lions? Are they going to be the mauled Lions by the end of the series?
I don't think so, Trace. I'm banking on the Lions here. I know Harry's a bit of a Swede-sation, but I'm leaning the way of the Danes. Either way, thank you for all your work, and we'll let you go take a break, take a lie down on the beanbags.
You guys didn't even ask me my prediction. This feels so unfair.
I wonder, Harry, I wonder which way you're leaning today. It's nice that you got your desktop background at least here for everyone else to see, but yeah, why do you lean the way of the Swedes?
I don't know, man. Fnatic, right? They went on that astronomical rise. They hit like #1 in the world for all of 10 seconds, and then they drop back off, right? But I'm thinking, Hugo, that they're back on the right track. If I'm being honest, right? We started to see some signs of confidence from them once again. I think they're keen to get built back up to where they were, and. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Coming into this, I am somewhat worried because Fnatic obviously have had time periods where they've just kind of underwhelmed us and haven't stacked up to where we hold this team. But I don't know, man. What I saw yesterday kind of got me feeling confident for Fnatic again. And this pistol round's already underway. It's going to be a fast play down towards ramp for Mad Lions, but it's Crims to open up with a kill out at that A bomb site. Flusher does get overwhelmed down at B. And now the bomb plant can come through for the day.
Yeah, nice methodical clearing in the Secret, opening the doors as the players come down the stairs. It's essentially a triple peek into those two players. Roy with a double. Crims hits the worst timing possible as he strafes into everyone. And JW just runs away with all his loot. And I think he's realized, yeah, it's the A site. They've gone up the vent. We're at least one step ahead. But even with the kit picked up with a pistol round 1-on-3, this is not going to be easy as one as he can hope for, I can imagine. Bubsky's tagged. JW's going to drop, and now they know exactly where he is.
He does shut down Bubsky, but the trade is immediate from Shush. And so Mad Lions, they are going to go ahead and grab themselves that pistol round. Good start here from the Danes. They're looking to get off to a good start in this map, but
one thing I think that's really worrying, Harry, is when we look at Nuke as a map pick. I mean, as the guys on the desk said, like, this is not only, I think, a punish pick for Mad Lions, but also a comfort pick. They do love Nuke. They're Danish. It's in their blood. But Fnatic, right? They've typically been okay on this map in the past, but recently they've really been struggling. The other day they lost to Spirit 16-3, and that was a 12-round T-side from Spirit on this map. And since that game, Fnatic are on a 4-loss streak on Nuke, like dominant losses against teams that really shouldn't be beating them here. So that's something to worry about, especially when you know Mad Lions are not like a massive underdog in this series, right? Those betway odds were neck and neck. We know Mad Lions love this map. We know that they've been on the rise as of late. And so that's why I do think this one's really, really worrying looking at the maps for Fnatic. Pistol round doesn't turn their way, but they're looking to force up in the second, and they do at least find an AK around Secret. A man up, but the B site has been lost.
They're going to try and get into this site, and tucked over at the back of the cubby, you're looking at a man named Acor. He's ready to swing out late, and he's just spotted a player in decon. Now, he's not going to commit to any fight yet. There's a crossfire set up between Asilian and Shush as well, and this should be a near-on impossible round for Fnatic to get back into, and that's exactly what it ends up being. JW is just going to try and hold on to the AWP. At Mad Lions, they will get this conversion. They're going to go 2-0 up. Odds are that 3-0 lead is to follow.
Yeah, sadly, not quite the orb that's getting saved here, Harry. Sadly, it's only a scout. So Fnatic, they're not going to be all too happy about these weapons that they get out, or the soul weapon. But not much they can do but wait for that loss bonus. It's going to be another hard eco here from the Swedes. Mad Lions off to a strong start on their map pick in the series. And, well, of course, if you are just joining us, you don't know the pool. We do have Train coming up after this one, and Mirage as a potential third if we need to go there. And again, you know, if you're worried for Fnatic, you look at that win percent on Mirage, 36 win percent for this team. Yikes. I wouldn't let the numbers completely rule your life in a game like this, especially in Scandinavian matchups. I feel like so much goes out the window. Bubsky, he made the vent dive earlier. Brolin didn't realize and tries to pop down. It's only USPs, remember, so, you know, no real fear for Brolin as he goes for that play, and Mad Lions will punish it. They're actually walking into a B stack, but again, no weapons for Fnatic, so more than a couple of kills. Oh, maybe Crims, he's dropped 2. There's a low player, he puts him down to 8, but Crims can't finish the job. Maybe JW can. A smoke and a scout, not quite the typical weaponry on this retake, but they're actually going to boost up for a fight. I love that idea for Mad Lions. They don't want to plant, they'd rather just get the kill, and they scavenge the AKs as well. 3rd round taken, albeit a little bit dicey.
Yeah, ain't nobody ready for that boost that Mad Lions throw on in. And now we get to see the first 4-buy round from Fnatic, and this is where, you know, it's gonna start to feel a bit more exciting. This is where we get to see how this Fnatic defense stacks up against the Mad Lions. And I think, you know, already seeing Crims getting off to a good start, that gets me excited. Over here towards outside, Golden and JW gonna try and hold it down against the outside push. JW doubling up has left Fnatic in a very good spot in this round. The orb's been retrieved by Asilian, and Shush has dealt with Golden. Still the man advantage residing with Fnatic, and a preemptive rotation down towards B from JW. He's over towards ramp right now. That's not where Mad Lions are looking like they want to end up. They've sent Shush on a bit of a scouting mission, a bit of a reconnaissance mission over here towards Heaven.
Fnatic, they got so much info. They should know exactly what's going on right now in terms of where this play is ending up. They're not really playing lower, but the gamble is good, and Broder's got a read. He hits the shot too, dropping the bomb. Nice clear from Roy, finding Crims in the door. He knows Broder's still here, but are they ready for JW? He's crawling, climbing up the ladder. Shush is turned. Oh, little look back. Shush, that's so quick, man. This guy... Oh, he's pretty good at video games, I hear, Harry. A man who also is his flusher, but he can't even get up the vent. Shush with 4, finds the orb, and locks in another round for Mad Lions. What on earth is he doing? 8, 0, and 0. They'll take it.
We got the opportunity to see a bit of a nade stack in this round, but yeah, this isn't the ideal start for the Swedes. Mad Lions, they are coming in hot today, and Acor, all right, don't really know how that one was in the kill. He's gonna go and drop the nade out. I think he wanted to jump through that, yeah. Ooh, just rolls it along the ground like it's bowling. And sadly, there we go. He does follow up the second time around. Golden back in CT, realizes that they are starting to come his way, so he's tried to set up with this Deagle. Has a crossfire with a man named Flusher, who also resides down in Hell right now, and Flusher has players right next to him, but hasn't gone... sorry, it hasn't been noticed yet, rather. This is such a weird round, man. It's like a real stalemate over here. And Flusher doesn't know that they're wrapping around him. Oh, no, but they don't know that Flusher's here either. Golden's like scratching his head, wondering how they got by because they crouched underneath his crosshair to get into Hell. Roy's down in B with the bomb. The other 2 for Mad Lions are in secret. This is all over the place, but the bomb plant's going to come on through. And Fnatic are left in this 3v3 retake, kind of bewildered as to how exactly this round has gone down the way it has.
The bomb plant's a big risk, but the reason Roy gets away with it is he makes that realization that the Fnatic had no idea what was going on. And why should they? Golden, like you said, lets them pass without realizing. And so Fnatic had no 1B. They weren't expecting the quick plant. So this retake is not going to be easy. They've got a gun. Brolin might opt to save. Does he want to fight the orb? Yes, but it will be regret and nothing but. Crims can't find anything. And Acor on 4. Putting Mad Lions on 5. This is an excellent T-side. And this is a little bit what I was worried about, Harry. I know we've only had 1 gun round, so I am maybe molding a bit early. But, you know, Fnatic, they got absolutely decimated by Spirit on the CT side of this map. They couldn't find anything. It was just fast rounds like this. And, yeah, Fnatic, they've got another buy-in. They've got the double orb. But, you know, Flash are going straight for it in round number 6. You can already tell Fnatic are feeling the pain. Have they got a solution to this?
think outside aggression might seem to be the solution, but Golden gets a little blindsided by the fact that they're so close. And while JW is there to trade and put this back into a 4-on-4, Mad Lions, they're just quicking through Secret, and they're going to beat Crims to the punchline down at B. He gets one before he's traded, but that's pretty much the end of the road for him in this round. And now Bubsky lurking out into the A site, gets that kill, and on the back of it, the bomb comes rotating up. Mad Lions, they love a bit of misdirection, don't they, Hugo? These guys, so I really enjoy watching them on Nuke. Flusher and JW left in a double AWP retake, and it's probably just going to be a save. You can already see that Flusher's kind of leaning out of the bomb site. They get that one kill, but Asilian quickly responds. JW, God, what fancy thing is he going to try and do to get away with this then? Drops the smoke. It's a bit of an ugly smoke, and yeah, he's just going to back away. Hold on to the AWP. Mad Lions 6-0 up right now.
Yeah, I've just got in the back of my mind that like game with Acor on the AWP dropping like 38 on this map the other day, and just rancid stuff. Mad Lions don't let their foot off the gas, and there is a saved AWP for JW. He does a lot in that round, but unfortunately his team can't stand behind him. Crims, you know, unfortunate, down in Secret, right? He comes through vent, he tries to get in a position on the stairs to take a kill and drop off here. He gets one, but the swing is so quick they catch him, you know, repositioning, and that's everything towards B. Because if you think about these previous rounds where Mad Lions have had B plants, Fnatic have almost never had anyone there apart from that USP stack where they just gamble, rotate. They've just been punished on B every single time. So Crims being in that position, maybe if he can stand tall, if he can get a kill and fall back, he can hold on to B, and that might be an entirely winnable round for Fnatic. But trading equally sounds okay. Not really what Fnatic need in this instance. Mad Lions are 6-0 up. They are rocking the board. They are finding multi-kills. And Fnatic, they're broke once again. A 6-0 lead with another eco coming through. Of course, these rounds on CT Nuke, I'd say, are so winnable. And of any map you're playing, like these are the ones. This is the map rather that you want to have these kind of buys. So Fnatic, they can certainly get something done. Let's see what their game plan is.
Well, JW's taken that AWP down through the vent and now to Secret stairs, and this could be perfectly timed because the standard little outside smokes are getting thrown up and over now from Mad Lions, and these are the ones that just facilitate the cross into Secret. So they'll molly JW back, but this is where Mad Lions are looking to end up right now. They are going to be running into this AWP. What can JW do? He's got to put on a real show here. First man falls. It's Roy taking one for the team. JW is just going to fall on back and get out of there. Now, while this is going on, the rest of Fnatic tried to pressure the lobby, and it's not gone their way. But Brolin holding on to the vent. He does snipe one down before getting out of harm's way. And this A site now looking to be the object of desire. Oh, Brolin just about gets away from that nade. Bomb plant coming in for Mad Lions, but they are a man down here. And so they got to be careful. Bubsky's going to go back and keep an eye on the lobby. Golden is about to come this way. And Bubsky's going to mop him up with ease. So 2 players in main, 1 up in heaven. They're still looking to give this a go. And Brolin and JW, they've done the damage. It's all on to Bubsky. He's got to ace it if Mad Lions want to find this round. Now Fnatic, they're on the bomb. They've got to stick it, and Bubsky finds the burst. Oh, the spam's coming in, but he's not able to get the kills required. He planted there with the intention of like having a lineup through the hut. That's a very cool idea. I don't think I've seen that.
And the worst part about that, the player defusing Harry was sub 20 health. Like, Bubsky was so close to hitting that player. I'm sure when he watches his VOD back, he's going to realize, you know, how painfully close that was to winning the round. Even a couple of bullets would have pushed it over the line there. Nice try from Bubsky. Like said on the desk, we've been seeing him, really develop as a player and fall into like new roles. Like, he lurks a lot on the T side of this map. We've already seen him sitting T roof. In that round, he was back a lobby waiting for the ramp push. He's always catching Fnatic out on these solo positions. And Mad Lions, they will finally lose a round. That's, if anything, a good thing. I want a competitive game. That's not competitive, Bubsky. That's just not fair. JW getting shot through the smoke. Yeah, JW known to mess around on those ladders with the AWP. So I think that's something Mad Lions are certainly going to be ready for. Are they ready for Flusher, however?
Oh, this is such a tense fight that's about to go down. The Molotov goes out and they try and push through it. Flusher just lines them both up. Oh dear. They tried to get ahead of the curve there, right, and deal with Flusher as he's got utility still kind of in his hand as he's switching back to the M4, and that just doesn't work the way they were hoping. This round kind of falls apart on the back of it, and it's Brolin with a double kill, joining the likes of Flusher over towards Ramp to put this second round on the board for Fnatic. And with it, they have broken down the economy of Mad Lions. So they're in a bit of an awkward spot here over on the T side. The money is kind of mismatched. And so likely just going to be like a partial investment on the players that maybe have a little bit more, right? Like Roy and Bubsky, they can maybe look to stick a little bit more into this round.
Yeah, I mean, that stat certainly shown in the scoreline, and of course JW is the AWPer, so I feel like that's not really too much of a surprise right now, but yeah, it needs to change. It can't continue as Fnatic look to build into this game. Couple of rounds though, that will do it as we look at this economy really fall apart for Mad Lions. Where do they want to go and how fast do they want to do it? Probably a quick one. Where we see some Deagles here, so they can play off of picks if they want. Got the door nade for Bubsky. I'd assume that's where that's going, and he might try and vent dive. He doesn't have the bomb, but it won't be following him. It's just Bubsky dropping quick. I think he wanted to hit the ladder there, as now they've heard it. But Fnatic have already seen him go down this position before, so they've just got to be very aware of a potential B flank. Flusher's probably the only man to need to worry about that right now. But he's got more on his plate. Players rushing through this position, falling back with the util, and he will drop the bomb. That's huge. No. Cillian going on his own. That is the last thing Mad Lions wanted here, as now the bomb has completely been lost. Luckily, Bubsky's coming in from lower, but Crims is found, and Bubsky gets the kill. JW rotating into Ramp side with another, and Flusher overwhelmed on B. This is turning out to be a very good eco round for Mad Lions.
Oh, that kill there just feels so pivotal, right? The fact that Golden's able to win it now leaves Fnatic with the man advantage. You've taken away the bulk of the firepower that Mad Lions had, and you leave it all onto Acor now. He should get shut down. He's done a lot of damage, but hasn't been able to find the kills needed. The nade was there to finish the deal, but Brolin's bullet does it first. And so Fnatic, they are going to find that third round. Get the retake off down towards B. It got a little bit worrying for a moment there. But Fnatic are quick to regain control in the retake.
Building into this game at least, not getting completely run through, which is always a bit of a worry when the T side starts off with like a 5-0 lead, right? When they get those pistols and they win the first couple of gun rounds, that's when you get really worried for the CT side on Nuke. But Fnatic, they've recovered really at the point they had to. Otherwise, this game might just be lost in the first half. So, Golden risking it all outside against the AWP. The flash is good though; it'll keep them back. Mad Lions post back up, and Acor's hitting the shot every time. The early advantage coming through for Mad Lions, add it to the tally. Flusher falls back from Ramp. He doesn't want to be aggressive in this mid-round, especially not after Mad Lions have conceded that outside control. They throw the smokes, but I don't think we'll see many, if any, players crossing behind them. Roy's going to go for it, but no one else will move here for Mad Lions. It's a bit of a fake. They love these, these fakes. They're sending Fnatic down towards B. In this one with two players, that's a big kill from JW. I think he saw the feet as he shoots Roy through the smoke. And Mad Lions, they wanted to crunch A off the back of that flank, but now it's going to be a lot harder.
Oh dear, Brolin double Molotov'd out, and that's him removed as he commits to that spray. And oh dear, on the back of that kill coming in, JW drops out of Heaven. Now his role in Heaven, he was meant to be the man rotating to Ramp if needed. He commits to the A site instead. It's not the end of the world because Flush is already down here inside of B, and he's able to get this early information. JW now joins him in through the vent. Crims gets bested though. JW quick off the trigger. He's going to spot a second man as well. He doesn't know the whereabouts of Acor just yet, but Acor is trapped here in the cubby, trying to isolate these engagements. And I like this reposition from Flusher. He's going to go back, look to group up with JW as they try and play with one another. and it feels like they've got a good idea where this orb could be. JW does get blindsided by him, and now it's all on to Flusher in the 1v1, but he holds his own, and the DPU is going to come on through. Fnatic, they'll find this 4th round, and I'm liking what we're seeing right now. You know, Fnatic getting back to looking like their usual selves a little bit later into this first half. It was worrying early on because it looked like Mad Lions were just going to come on in and completely lock them out. But we want a competitive game, Hugo.
Yes, we do, Harry. JW does as well. He feels like he's the only player. I don't want to say the only player for Fnatic because they are winning rounds, but he's really making it happen, man. He's always finding these opening kills. Not just with orbs as well, with shotguns too. Sadly not in this game, but we'll see what happens moving on. Maybe we'll see some sawed-off T-side vent action. Who knows? I'd be all for it. But right now, Mad Lions, there for a pause as they take a bit of a breather before this buy round. Money's good. Won't have the AWP, but everything else is available. And Fnatic are going to continue to run that solo AWP with JW. No secondary from Flusher. He's been playing that ramp, and with the way that Mad Lions have been playing, running a double AWP into this is not the solution. You know, because there's just so much rotating and so much faking that Fnatic are constantly going to need to switch positions. And running 2 AWPs is only going to limit you when you are inevitably left in the retake. Golden's taken up Secret instead. JW's actually got the AWP on ramp and he's pushing. There's no one here. Mad Lions are late to the lobby, so this push could be perfectly timed from JW.
Oh, only the tag. And while this has gone on, his teammates have tried to pressure the lobby with him. They haven't exactly fared well. Acor has completely torn this A site open.
Wow.
And my goodness, Fnatic, they try and get a little cute with it. They try and go for the lobby play. And JW, well, he did damage, but no one else really lived to tell the tale.
Yeah, that's such an unlucky one. Like, Mad Lions were so ready for it, which I think is a surprising thing after they see JW on the back. Like, no one panics, no one turns around. They just stay on their positions. Oh my, what a shot from JW, but it's unfortunately going to be all in vain. Acor gets a free AWP with 4 kills in the round. He is nuts, Harry. The fact that this guy can rifle that well while still being the primary AWPer, and like, undoubtedly the reason on this team is his AWPing. Like, it's sick, but he's still able to put up entry rounds like that. Ooh. That's a spanner in the works for Fnatic, and Mad Lions continue to build on this T side. Fnatic on another low buy. It's been some time, and Bubsky's going for it again. He's not been punished doing this all damn game long, and that is a bit of a problem for Fnatic, something they definitely need to work on if they want to move forward. Right now, Mad Lions, they're moving forward all right. They're moving quick towards Secret.
Yeah, and while this has gone on, Bubsky had already vent dived in the beginning of the round, so he's set up in the vent very, very quickly. Crims and Flusher have both rotated in, and there's even a third man, Golden, but he only just gets to the ramp and is already shut down. Mad Lions, they were ready for the stack down at B. Crims, he's been here all round, and they just, oh my goodness, it is a slaughter. Mad Lions, they're not too happy with Fnatic right now. You know, Fnatic put those few rounds together on the board. They take that 4 in a row. And since then, Mad Lions have come back with a real ferocity, and there's not really been much of a response from Fnatic.
No, I mean, every pistol round, the Mad Lions have rushed lower with guns. Fnatic have full stacked B, and they've done it again there for the second time, and they just get wrecked. Like, Acor pre-aims the wrong angle, flicks faster than I can even, like, process it, and Mad Lions just kill everyone on B with no issue. So, yeah, I mean, they're feeling good right now, Harry. Fnatic, yikes, double AWP with no armor on either. That is not pristine, but they got to make do with what they got. Golden stuck behind red, hasn't been seen yet, and he's really biding his time, stalling out the first contact. But if he moves here, Acor is posted with the AWP washing either side of the box. Even a gun barrel could spell Golden's death here. Flusher hitting a tag. Feels like that's all the AWPs are doing in these last couple of rounds, but it is a bait. JW's hit from Hellside. Golden swings, and he comes in at the right time with 2. Can't find the bomb. Asilian will be able to try and cross. Shush, tagged down by the AWP, somehow winning that fight. He never should have, but he's got an AWP now, considering he's low. Mad Lions in a 3-on-3. They've somehow turned this around.
Oh, and Shush coming in on the Heaven Wrap. They weren't looking. They weren't ready in any capacity. Crims has got to try and do a hell of a lot now, and that's what he's pretty good at. Luckily, Bubsky comes in with the trade, and we're down to this 1v1. Flusher on the other side, and it's a main smoke dropped by Bubsky. Taps the bomb, Flusher runs on through, and Bubsky was ready for it. A 9th round and a nice round for Mad Lions as they turn that one back on its head. It looked like Fnatic were going to walk away with it. You thought that once Golden had that double kill outside, that was going to be enough, but it all kind of falls apart. They lose JW at ramp that allows Shush to get up into the heaven. Brolin, you know, I said he wasn't looking at heaven. That is a bit of a wrong comment on my behalf. You know, he's just having to flick his attention between heaven and main, and he is in a very rough spot to be in there. Yeah, the whole round kind of falls apart on the back of losing JW at ramp, and Mad Lions now 9-4. This is a very, very good T side from them, and it looks like it's in a position to just keep getting better and better.
Yeah. Why stop now, right? You've got Fnatic forcing in round number 14. Like, they're not even playing for the last gun round of the half. They want 2 force buys, and you know, I guess that's the right call at this point. You are so far down, but the other end of the sword is that, or other end of the stick is that you get 11 forward, and well, that's not pretty. Cillian, he finds Golden early. Crims, what? It shot through a smoke. And I want to say about that last round, about that 1v1 and Flusher and Bubsky, I'm never one to question Flusher, but he starts running way before he's even in the smoke. And that like, even if Bubsky was sticking it, he would have had time from the audio to get off the bomb and pull his gun out. Like, Flusher didn't sneak in, and like, obviously Flusher had to run if he want to make that play, because otherwise Bubsky would have had the bomb down in time if it was a stick. It's a very weird round, and one that I didn't think Flusher would lose, but yeah, either way, Bubsky, man, real talent. This whole team is, and considering a lot of these players were like unknown or relatively unknown a couple of years ago, like so much upcoming talent for Mad Lions, and taking down the big boys of Fnatic here would be a hell of a scalp to find. Flash into main, another A split here from the heavens, and well, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Mad Lions even spamming players in the hut. Fnatic can't catch a break, and Brolin can even catch a kill. Yes, one spray can't control, and Aiko will cover. The plant delayed, but still going to be down in time, 5 seconds, and Flusher's on a lobby wrap that I don't believe it.
Man, Mad Lions are looking so confident as well. Like, they just do everything with such conviction, and I think that's why they're so scary to go up against, because like Fnatic never really know what they're going against in the round, and Mad Lions have got a very, very clear game plan, and they just seem ready for everything right now. Round 15 coming up, and Fnatic with this force that leaves a lot to be desired here. Definitely not what you were hoping for heading into round 15. These outside smokes. Oh, JW! Oh my goodness. This is an odd one. So, I like it. Oh! Bubsky's going to win that fight out. Of course he is. Crims gets the response. This is a very weird round of Counter-Strike because no one's seen each other yet. And there's a kill on either side. Now the outside push looking to come through. And Golden looking to try and put a stop to it. He hears these players that have crossed into Garage, but if he swings too wide, the AWP of Acor is primed and ready to go, looking at this position. Golden gets caught out in the open. Maybe had a chance there to find something. Flusher, he's coming on this wrap. He could do it all. He gets one. He's going to offer up a little bit more, and Flusher trying to get the reload off. The nades found good damage as well. Taps down one with the MP9, but the trade comes through almost immediately from Roy, and this leaves Crims 1v2, Deegan armor, little bit of utility to work with, but not much information, no real knowledge as to what's going on here on the Mad Lions side.
Oh, but even more util and weaponry, Harry. 7 bullets. I hope Crims has figured that one out. I'm sure he has, as that is going to hold him back. But, well, smoke push certainly will too. It's going to be Roy finding him walking through main, as another player was running B, by the way. They were faking audio for that exact play. Very sweaty stuff from the Mad Lions. We'll see if they can keep it up on the CT side. So join us after the break for the second half.
Touch from you takes me to paradise, paradise. One look from you and I fall in your arms, in your arms. say that you want it. 'Cause this is my love, this is my love. Something about you feels like heaven came along. Baby, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Something that you do makes me feel like we belong. Baby, can you feel it? Can you feel One kiss from you is like a fantasy, fantasy. It's like you go beyond my wildest dream, wildest dream. Baby, don't stop, baby, don't stop, baby, don't stop it. And give me your love, give me your love, give me your loving. Say that you want, say that you want, say that you want it. 'Cause this is my love, this is my love. Something about you feels like heaven came along. Baby, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Something that you do makes me feel like we belong. Baby, can you feel it? Can you Something about you feels like heaven came along. Baby, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Something that you do makes me feel like we belong.
Well, the Mad Lions, they've come into this one and they really have gotten off to a roaring start. They sit 11-4 up here on their map pick of Nuke, and Fnatic on the back foot in a pretty big way. This pistol round is more than a necessity here if Fnatic want to begin this comeback. If they want to give us a bit of a run for our money here on Nuke. And early on, they're going to start things off in this round with a fast play down towards Ramp. A rotate back from Astillion, sees him falling back into the bomb site. Flush has given us a little 360, but no kill found on the back of it. And Fnatic, they try and pressure these players over by the double doors, and boy, oh boy, do they pressure them. But Shush's CZ has claimed the double. This round is all over the place. Fnatic are going to try and go up the vent into this A bomb site, but Acor is nearby. He hears these players, and he's going to start to rotate up through the ladder. Bomb has been planted. Well, Acor has taken down one, but then he will get traded there. And so that's going to be Fnatic finding themselves that pistol round.
Our PGM is blacker. Hopefully we'll have feedback in a second, Harry. I'd imagine technical issues are the same on your side right now.
Yes, they are.
Ah! Visuals now.
I was actually just having
I heard you casting it off of audio. Yeah,
just on the audio. Yes, now outside. Now, this isn't me actually just doing it off of audio again. Now, we do have the video back. And, well, I'm glad we do, because we've just seen Golden and Flusher deliver these kills down towards outside. Bubsky's begun a fast rotation in towards B with a CZ, and he's got Acor alongside him. Now, let's see if Bubsky can find anything. He can't. Acor's Deagle, though, spoken about... man, I'm just going to stop saying names, because every time I do, the player gets shot in the face. Fnatic, they'll get that sick. They keep 5 alive. That's exactly where we want them to be if this comeback wants to happen here on Nuke. And I certainly want a bit more mileage out of this map yet. So Mad Lions, no money in this round. There should be a 7th locked in for the sweep.
Worth noting, that pistol round was actually almost exactly the same to the opening pistol round with how it ended in a 3-on-1 with that ramp player realizing it's not a B play and going, I think it was JW, going back up the heaven, trying to retake. And yeah, I mean, kind of weird how similar that was. Mad Lions, they're pushing, and they're pushing fast, but there's no one in the lobby. Fnatic, they've already pushed hard. That's the only player there, apart from the men on the roof, but they are going to need to deal with this onslaught. Crims mowing him down, and luckily it's no issue here for Fnatic. Couple of bits of damage, but they will fall away. Oh, I say that, Crims. Just a bullet away from death, and Acor, oh my, that's a whiff and a half. Not what he wanted, as Crims will not be going back in for more. The grenade will, though. That'll make up for it. He was 1 health, and Acor couldn't hit the shot, man. I don't know where those bullets are going. Looking pretty dead on to me, but yeah, Crims will dunk him out of the round, and that's the eco dealt with. Nice safe play from Crims and Co. Fnatic looking to build, Harry, looking to begin on this T side, but so are Mad Lions. The buy round coming through with the AWP on Acor.
Yeah, this is where the going gets tough. Acor tries to open up with a kill in through the squeaky door, but decides against it when he's dealt a bit of a glancing blow from JW. Now the rest of Fnatic setting up outside. Flush is lining up the kind of standard red outside smokes. These are the ones that facilitate the cross into Secret. And so that's going to be where Fnatic maybe look to end up in this one. Now, Roy's on the other side, and he's got a bit of a one-way here. This is kind of terrifying. He's spraying over the top. He's given away his position here, and the nades that have gone in have found some damage onto him. But Fnatic are no longer going to commit so heavily over here towards outside. They rotate this bomb back, and Acor from CT spawn lands a quick shot onto Flusher. Brolin is left outside all alone. Maybe going to look to split in late into this A bomb site from main, but this is relying heavily on Fnatic gaining any ground. And out of the gate, they haven't. Brolin will deal with one, follows up onto a second. Oh, and a third as well. Brolin making this round doable, leaves it now in a 2v2, seemingly from nowhere. The wrap comes in from Roy, and it falls to Golden now. 1v2 to try and see this round through for Fnatic. He knows where one of these players are, but didn't know Asilium was in the hut. The defuse going to be found for Mad Lions, and a 12th on the board.
Yeah, Roy's got orb hunting as well. They're going to stall the defuse out to get that out of CT. So, yeah, nice save there from Mad Lions. Great round from Brolin. Those were some impeccable shots entering A. But unfortunately, it just comes after Bubsky mows down 2 coming through the door. So, yeah, Fnatic are already in a huge disadvantage. Brolin trying his damn best, but Golden can't clutch, and it's going to be Mad Lions finding their first of the second half. Oh, look at these again from Brolin, just so swift. But Fnatic, they've got another buy, they've got some money left up in the tank, but have they got the rounds? Because Mad Lions are already 4 away from their map pick being locked and loaded. Train up as a second. Roy, nice timing again, he catches it to Secret. He's going to set up in the corner, I imagine for his one-way smoke. It's cool how many variations we're seeing of that, right? Like players playing on the bottom of the stairs, looking up, players playing on top of the railing, looking down. There's so many ways of doing it. Roy, they get back up on for another try. Oh, you can see how ready Fnatic are. Like, they can't see him. They don't know what angle or what one way he's using, and that's probably what was helping him get away with this. But they know someone's there, and they know something's happening. Roy will try and escape. Oh, dear, they definitely hear every footstep. But luckily, he keeps his life. Nice shot from Acor, finding JW coming through the ramp. And one by one, Mad Lions start to get back in play.
And so with players in Secret and these 2 fellas back in lobby with the bomb, it leaves Fnatic in a spot where they have to try and get into main if they want to hit this A site, and that's exactly what Acor is waiting for back here in CT. He just snipes down Golden. And Bubsky's still hidden close at the vents. Brolin doesn't react quick enough, and this round's just been torn away. Flusher, 1v4, they come up the vent, they jump scare him from everywhere. It's 13 now for Mad Lions, and their responses to what Fnatic are bringing to the table has been stellar, right? You leave Acor back in CT to just snipe a man trying to cross into main. And then you got Bubsky holding close, right? They had a quick player rotating up through the vent. I don't know, you can just tell that everyone's on the same page right now. And they certainly have like this system in place to collapse into these bomb sites if needed. Fnatic gonna call in a tactical pause, and I don't even know how you go about fixing this if you're Fnatic. I kind of wouldn't mind seeing them just commit to something outside, right? Like with these smokes, maybe try and get past Roy with like a double nade into Secret. But you really don't envy their position at all at this point in time.
Yeah, to be fair, if I were them, I'd be scared of trying to deal with Roy, because to get to Roy, you got to get past Acor, and like you said, he's everywhere with that orb. I think Mad Lions have been making really good reads, and as a result, have been gambling positions. Like that round, Acor gets the ramp pick, he doesn't even go back in, he doesn't even check, he just leaves. He has 2 B players, and so he just watches outside and covers that main split. Like Mad Lions are not always playing the most standard setups in these mid rounds, but they seemingly are wherever Fnatic are about to go. Ascillion brutalizing 2 on the ramp room. If they go through this smoke, they're asking for it. Flush is going to get tagged regardless. And oh, here they go. JW, he will get the trade. Finally, something goes the way of Fnatic. And Brolin will follow up. Okay, there's still hope. There's still life in them yet. But these are the situations that Mad Lions excel in. These 3-on-3s where the standard default goes out the window, where you've got to gamble and you've got to make reads. Well, they're going to do all of that. Bubsky looking for shots outside. Spots a player above the silo. It's Brolin. Got to be careful with that one, or Flusher rather. Roland's one lower outside, and Fnatic will retreat back to the lobby, but if they commit A, there's a double setup here. Dububsky from the heaven, he's already back in this position. He was just garaged seconds ago. Feels like everywhere Fnatic go, they walk into a stack, and that's not going to change. Now, Mad Lions lean towards ramp. They get off of A, they still have heaven players to rotate quickly in, and they have every contingency covered. Fnatic, their only option here is a vent dive to B. That's like the best case scenario, but I don't think you're going to get away with that if you try it. Depends on the timing of Bubsky in heaven and what he's watching.
Oh, shush. Oh, he looked like he was going to go aggressive there, but decides against it. And that's exactly what Fnatic were hoping for. That never comes through, so they'll sneak out through Squeaky, and Bubsky's going to turn back round, spots them, deals with them. Mad Lions, 14 on the board, and so patient there in the 3-on-2. Fnatic, they were waiting, just hoping, right, that they can catch someone overextending. They can catch someone, you know, maybe trying to take these guns away, anticipating the save. And Mad Lions just don't move. They know they have all the advantages and that Fnatic have to come to them. So now they sit 1 away from a map point here on their map pick. And it's a force buy for Fnatic. That's all they've got left in the tank.
Yeah, all their money is the same as the end of the first half, right? The last 2 rounds are just buying, like kind of accepting fate. And oh, no, that's not allowed. That's not okay. He just random shoots the smoke and legs Crims. Acor, any more, buddy? There it is, finishing the job. And a second bomb dropped. Acor's ready for them all. He's found a third. This is just unfair. And Mad Lions, they are going to be knocking Fnatic down out of this map. Undoubtedly, unequivocally. 1 round left to do it, and Acor, he's got the tools.
Acor's having such a good game right now, man. It feels disgusting. Like everything they've given him as well, the AWP, the AKs, it doesn't matter, you name it. And he's killed many a player with it. Acor's gone aggressive this time towards outside, and he just catches Golden back towards T-spawn. Royers is back, dispatches of Brolin, who is wrapping close around this smoke. And the warning bells are going off for Fnatic now. They're in a 3-on-5 up against map point. This map might be slipping away from them. And get a man out towards ramp, but this isn't. Oh goodness, yeah, this is done, man. You've got a player going up towards T-roof. I don't know. Fnatic just aren't going to be ready for half of these positions.
That feels like the entire CT side, Harry, just summarized in 1 sentence right there. JW's got the grenade, but even if he gets this kill, what else? And he won't. So Flusher in a 1-on-5 for the map. And right now it's looking like we're going to be heading to the train yard. That's it. It's done. Mad Lions, they look so damn good on Nuke. And I don't think that should really come as too much of a surprise. These guys have been loving that map. Fnatic, though, you know, current boot camp, current work being put in, and we've seen some of the results of that come through. They beat Complexity yesterday. They actually showed us some nice changes on both Train and Mirage. Now, remind me, Harry, what are the last 2 maps of this series?
Oh, well, Hugo.
Trainer Mirage.
Sounds like Trainer Mirage, yeah.
I like how you got the Danish flag, how you're really pandering to the crowd. Well done.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you caught me. I couldn't actually hear you because you caught me as I was setting up this little gimmick, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, Mad Lions, they look great, dude. That was such a good game for them. I'm very happy about that as well because I didn't want them to come into this having looked like a team that's just like on this astronomical rise the whole time and then fall a little flat versus a confident-looking Fnatic, and that's not the case. So yeah, Mad Lions getting off to a great start, and hopefully it can continue. Can Fnatic bounce back? You're gonna have to join us after a quick break to find out. So don't go anywhere.